This form demonstrates the DMS setup element. When a new project begins, naturally the first step is to design a construction schedule, and that dreaded task seems always to fall into the lap of the job superintendent. Developing an activity list for single-family, apartments, and condos is the initial step to begin the process. Each builder using the DMS system will have a pre-built library of activity names that can be assembled into a schedule for its type of construction. The stages element of the DMS system simplifies the setup process in a new and unique way. It divides projects into 4 stages of construction: foundation, framing, stucco drywall, and finish. When any stage is selected, the program brings up a series of subcontractor keys that usually are active in that stage. Simply pressing a subcontractor's key will drop down a list of preloaded activity names. Selecting individual activities required for this project will transfer them into the preliminary activity list. Further selections from each list in every stage will ultimately build a complete preliminary list. Builders select appropriate names for the preloaded activities. The list is not required to be entered in sequential order. A simple process shown here demonstrates how easily activity names can be moved through the list into a rough sequence. This list will then be read into the network element of the DMS system, where all required attributes such as precedence, production rates, durations, sequence numbers, and lot or apartment numbers are added. A sequence list is developed as variations and specific location numbers are applied. Our industry standard planning tool has always been the old familiar bar chart. After an initial activity list has been set up, it becomes an excellent tool for integrating site work and off-sites into the project schedule. Bar charts have embedded information that the DMS system extracts into a usable daily scheduling tool. The information is exhibited in the DMS master schedule, which we'll be showing next. The information will be that which is outlined in the blue area. The master schedule is the superintendent's day-to-day management tool. It is the ultimate things to do today list. It's the schedule referred to in subcontract agreements, which is what subcontractors are required to follow as it changes from time to time. It's the tip of the spear that drives the entire project. The form shows extracted information previously shown between the blue lines on the bar chart. The snapshot approach enables us to deal only with the information pertinent to the current date range, while the DMS system maintains the big picture. These are the activities that are currently scheduled to be performed for this date range. It shows which subcontractor is scheduled to perform this activity on these lot or apartment numbers on each of these dates. Later, as progress is entered, the entire job schedule will be recalculated and a new snapshot will become available. This form is an example of progress being entered for this time period. The circles represent which units have been completed for this particular activity. It shows how easily anyone can mark the master schedule for progress. Completed means that the next scheduled operations can now begin. Reports from subcontractors can assist in recording current progress. You will notice that the plumber did not complete his scope of work, and we will show you the significance of this later in this video. Within the DMS system is a communication tool to inform subcontractors about their upcoming work. It is called the subcontractor print. While the master schedule is a current snapshot for all affected subcontractors, the system also provides each individual subcontractor with its own schedule. The form gives 2 weeks advance notice of upcoming work. Both the master schedule and the subcontractor schedule can be emailed and provided at a server site. Proof of receipt and notification of a schedule change is thereby accomplished. This concept is very useful for job meetings and makes them a necessary and meaningful requirement. This is real job management with everything agreed in print for commitments by subcontractors. The purpose of this form is to provide senior management with current progress by tracking significant milestones. Inspections were selected as the significant activity because they are absolute points of progress. Continuing work on the project is entirely dependent on achieving scheduled inspections. Builders' purchasing agents need to know when each subcontractor is expected to begin work so that they can have contracts in place prior to the subs starting work. The purchasing schedule shows the date when the first activity of each sub's scope of work is scheduled to start. In order to meet that date, of course, a certain amount of lead time must be built in to accommodate final contract negotiations and normal sub startup activities. That amount of lead time deducted from the start date provides the required contract date. These dates will be a moving target once the project begins, and the DMS system will adjust as they change. The purpose of this report is to show the ever-changing completion dates of each unit based on the entry of the most recent progress. It maintains a record for the sales department which shows currently projected completion dates for each unit as well as slippage. The form can also be used to quantify slippage in dollars when the appropriate wording from the contract agreement is applied. Please take note of the fact that the plumber's incomplete work can cost delays of 20% to 40% of 1 week's progress. This is the type of slippage that the DMS system can quantify. This report is addressed to the Accounts Payable Department. Its objective is to enable the builder to proactively record progress on draw dates. It can be tailored to any list of activities required by this department, and it eliminates the problems of depending on someone else's memory at a later date to verify progress on invoices. Thanks for watching our video. We have shown the most revolutionary concepts in the administration of construction. What started as a report and fax system in the 1990s now has become online with hard copy backup. It takes a click of a mouse to get the daily information that is critical to each department. Any form can be printed with the click of that mouse, but all information remains available online. There is no other management system that can provide this dynamic information to allow corporate management to enter the daily process. You can stop managing crisis and start managing your projects. Please call us for a complete demonstration of the DMS system.